I kept it honest through my college experience and I want to keep it honest after. But let's talk about some things that I wish I would have done differently with my college experience. Of course, don't just walk in here and be like, girl, I need $1 million. Job market and the job search after graduating. I'm like 19, 20, and making decisions that will affect the rest of my life. It's a little intimidating when you think about it. When you're an adult, one thing about life, it's gonna keep going. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. Hi guys, it's Haley and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley and I make lifestyle videos here on YouTube. Today we are going to be doing a video that I honestly really don't do like dedicated videos that often, and that is going to be a chit chat get ready with me. I kind of work and get ready with me in vlogs and little snippets and montages of me doing my makeup and talking to you guys, but I never really just dedicated videos to it, and I felt like today was the day that I wanted to do so because I actually have something to talk about, y'all. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my review of post-grad life. If you're new here, I graduated from Sam Houston State University 2 years ago. Well, a little over 2 years now, which is crazy to say. I graduated in December of 2022 with my bachelor's in healthcare administration. And I feel like a lot of you guys probably found my channel through my college week in my life, college day in my lives. Y'all, I used to do so many college videos, working while being a full-time college student. Y'all, I used to love to vlog my classes and productive vlogs of me being in college. And now your girl has been graduated. Like, it is honestly so crazy for me to sit here and say that I've been graduated for over 2 years now. Like, it doesn't even feel like it. My mind is blown, y'all. I still haven't even processed like high school graduation. So I feel like I really brought you guys along with my college journey when I was going to school, and I really haven't had the chance and haven't been doing that good at bringing you guys along with my post-grad life journey, y'all. I always get on here and say how life is lifing, adulting is hard, and the stuff is going on and I'm working, but I haven't really just had a chance to sit down and talk to you guys and really go in depth about my personal review on post-grad life, the details, XYZ, ABC, and we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty today. So stick around if you guys would like to hear that. We are also gonna be doing my makeup in between that, and I just thought this would be a good little video to sit down and just talk to you guys and catch up. Anywho, enough of the intro. Let's go ahead and get into the video and the topics because I already know this is gonna be a long one, y'all, because y'all know I can talk. Bear with me if I'm a little off center sometimes and moving around. My viewfinder is still broken. A girl still has to order screws, but I'm not letting that stop the party, okay? The show must go on. Also, sorry if I'm looking down. I have a little mini mirror right here because I don't have like a mirror vanity set up in my room, and I wanted to do this in my room with good lighting. So first things first that I kind of want to review is the job market and the job search after graduating. Also, I'm about to just clean off my face with some micellar water real quick because my skin is definitely oily, y'all. It is 3, almost 4 o'clock, and I'm just deciding to put on some makeup, so my skin is already greased up for the day. Like I told you guys, I graduated in December 2022, and I didn't start at my post-grad job until May 2023. So that was 5 months post-grad, which honestly at the time I was really scared because I thought that was taking like a long time, and I was discouraged during it. I know I came on my channel and actually talked about that with you guys and let y'all know that I was just praying and applying, and God really came through for me because in hindsight 5 months is really not a long time for the job market that we're currently in right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I will say about 3 of those months I was actually like really going in and applying for jobs, and during the application process I did have a job. I thank God for that. I was able to transfer back to my original retail store that I started working at during COVID, that I transferred out to for college, and then all back and forth. I'm so grateful to say that I was working because even then like a lot of people were without jobs post-COVID, so I'm glad to just say I had a job. But I had that post-grad itch where I was just like, okay, like I'm blessed to have this job, but I'm definitely ready for more. I've graduated, I have my degree now. I do look back and regret because I don't think that I fully applied myself in the way that I should have when it came to applying and finding jobs fresh out of college. I honestly wish that I had started applying before then and kind of narrowing down things before then, because I think that would have been a great help. So one of my pieces of advice that I would give a graduating senior from college that's about to graduate is to definitely start your job search prior to graduating. You can do that. You can put your expected grad date on applications. In case some of y'all don't know, I think I definitely was kind of just so in the moment, kind of just going through the motions daily, and I wasn't thinking ahead in the future that hard. I had no idea what the job market was looking like, and the job market was a little strict then, but even now in today's world it is even stricter, and I wish I would have taken that into account and had a head start, jump start before I even graduated. But God blessed me with a job, and I truly just know it was him. He answered my prayers and he just showed up for me, and I just thank the Lord every day for that. Roku City wants to be seen so bad, like no. Y'all, I'm over here talking, I ain't even started doing my makeup, goodness gracious. All my makeup is a little ashy, y'all, so don't mind that, but I'm just gonna go in with this e.l.f. clear brow gel. This is the brow lift. So around the end of April, kind of beginning of May, is when I finally heard back from not one but 2 of the jobs that I have been applying to, and I was so ecstatic. I remember like the first thing I said was just like, thank you Lord. I got 2 job offers, y'all, and this I was so blessed. Like not only 1 but 2. Like God was really moving. That's again how I know God was moving in my life. So with that came a decision. The first job, it was a bigger organization, however some of the cons were that you would have to pay for parking, and the drive was pretty far as well. So that is like having a commute. You have to factor in gas, tollways, everything, especially if you're in the city. But this job did have better benefits. The job offer that came a few days after the first job offer, that job was a little bit closer, and they actually gave me 2 options to choose a location of the job that I wanted to work at. They were about equal distance from my house. One would have been a little farther with traffic, but both of the areas, like I was actually, one I was really familiar with and it wasn't far, and the second location actually turned out being where I had recently decided of an area that I would really be interested in living like myself in. Another pro was that I wouldn't have to pay for parking. It was fairly close, so gas and commute costs would be way less. Like literally, y'all, it was either going to be probably like 20 minutes or 10 minutes depending on which location I chose. But one of the cons was that I would have to work rotating weekends. I think they did have a pay like a shift differential for if you did end up having to work a weekend, but you did have rotating weekends, and that was one of the things where I was kind of like, yeah, because look, I kind of like the idea of just having Saturday and Sunday off, like having a weekend off. I really did. So I was kind of like, you know, just weighing the option. But another pro of that place was that it was actually in a physical therapy office, and for my internship, I never told you guys because I kind of wanted to keep it private because Huntsville was so small at the time, but I did do an internship at a physical therapy office for my healthcare administration internship. So I had a little bit of background and a little bit of knowledge of what it was like to be in a physical therapy office, and one of the locations that they offered was a physical therapy office as well. It was neck and neck, you guys. I mean, it was neck. I'm not even doing my makeup, y'all, please. I ended up going with the first job offer because I felt like it was a bigger organization and there would be more opportunity for growth in the future. Y'all, I'm sorry, I literally cannot do my eyebrows on camera. I'll be right back. I went to go do my eyebrows off camera. Honestly, they turned out crooked, so it is what it is. We just gonna vibe. Just vibe, twins, just vibe. I knew that I was gonna want to see a lot of progress and growth in my career, grow, acquire more knowledge, acquire more skill, and apply it upward and onward. So I felt like that was the best fit for me, and that is the one I went with. In hindsight, I don't know if pay was really that big of a deal because I do feel like they both kind of boil down to the same amount. One was a little bit less, but I didn't have to pay for parking and I wasn't gonna have to pay for a huge commute. The other one was a little bit more, but parking and commute gas wise was most likely going to take away from that cost. Also, I'm going in with this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is the one with niacinamide in it for acne. And one thing I learned from the application process, negotiation is definitely okay, you guys, but I was definitely nervous to negotiate my salary because I was like I already in general don't really like asking for stuff, and I felt like in that sense I was going to be asking for stuff, or I kind of had a fear that it was going to make the job just be like, you know what, never mind, if you're not taking what we're giving you, then like we're just going to pull out. There's somebody over here that's taking exactly what we're giving them. The worst they can do is say no. But if you genuinely feel like what you have to offer a company is valuable, whether it be your education, your experience, or your work ethic in general, and you know that you can be an asset to a company, it is not a bad thing to want to negotiate your salary. Like, it's not a bad thing, and that is what this process taught me. I'm still a little uncomfortable with the thought of having to do that in the future. Like, I don't know. Of course, don't just walk in here and be like, girl, I need $1 million, but these ads are messing up the vibe. Next up, I'm gonna go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. I honestly still need to get my summer shade in this foundation. I just haven't had time to run to Sephora, and this foundation is like $60. Like, I'm about to use this up, okay? I might look a little ghostly, y'all. I might look a little ghostly, but bear with me. So the next topic is, how do I feel about my degree now that it's completed and I'm in the job field? For those of you who don't know, I started out this channel when I was first going to college. I was doing pre-vet. I wanted to be a veterinarian, so I was studying pre-vet at Sam Houston. And Sam Houston actually has a very good pre-vet program, which is one of the reasons why I actually chose and ended up wanting to go to that college, go to school there. I think it was my sophomore year of college was when I realized that there was so much math and science in that degree plan, and I'm just genuinely not that good at math. I'm genuinely not interested in math. The science I could do, although science took me by surprise, y'all, because I took zoology that first time. There was lab lecture. The lab was extremely hard, you guys. Like, I think everybody was like struggling so bad in the lab, and it was so much harder than I expected. And I just kind of realized that I wasn't happy, and I kind of had a moment where I was finished with my first semester of sophomore year, I want to say, and I looked at my degree plan because I think I had struggled really bad in pre-cal, and I want to say that was the semester that I actually finally took zoology, and I was struggling really bad that semester. Thank God I did pass my classes, and I did, you know, didn't have to retake any courses, but it was a struggle and I was really drained by the end of it. So I just decided, like, okay, let me take a sneak peek at my degree plan and see what's more to come, because at this point, was that my last math? Do I have to take any more math? Like, I thought I already took math, and I realized that there was so much more math. I had to keep on going. I just kind of like had that revelation, like, this is not for me. I love animals to my heart, love animals to my core. I still do, and I always have for my whole life, but I don't think I'm gonna be happy with this degree and getting this degree. And it was definitely like a little moment of reflection with myself, like, what are you gonna do, Haley? Like, are you gonna change your degree? Are you gonna find something else? Like, you're a sophomore in college, so you're not that far in. Obviously this is not ideal, but you know, you're not that far in. People change their majors all the time. People change their majors every day. You still have time to change your major, but what are you gonna change it to? Please don't eat me up, y'all. I know I'm looking ghostly. This is like one of those pranks where somebody pretends to do their makeup horribly, but like, this is for real right now. Like, this is for real. I'm gonna kind of let my foundation like sink into my skin. I kind of realized that I like my foundation better when it like sets on my skin for a second, but I basically had to have a little moment with myself, like, what am I gonna do? Like, you're faced with this decision. This is your decision. Nobody else can make this decision for you. Like, you gotta really reflect right now. This is a semi grown-up decision. This is your future, which is a lot of pressure, might I add. I'm like 19, 20, and making decisions that will affect the rest of my life. It's a little intimidating when you think about it. Like, it is very intimidating. Save me from the white lip gloss line that forms on your lips. Like, please save me. It always happens to me. So I had to start looking at majors, y'all. I did a little bit of research. I started looking stuff up. I knew that after pre-vet, my next interest was healthcare. But I was definitely interested in healthcare and just helping people. So I started to look at other majors in healthcare, and that was when I found healthcare administration. And then I go and look up on Sam Houston's website to see if they offer this, and they did. And the further I looked into the major, the further I just felt like this is a match. Like, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I could see myself doing. Like, I'm for it. Let's switch my major. So I went ahead and switched my major sophomore at the end of the first semester of sophomore year. And healthcare administration as a whole, like, the major was honestly a really fun major to take. Like, the classes were not super strenuous. They were not super stressful. They were interesting. I took A&P in there, and I know people hate A&P, but y'all, like, I actually loved A&P. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't stressful. I had a really stressful teacher at Sam Houston, but she was a good teacher. She just was very strict. A&P2, he was very chill, good class. Like, honestly, I love that class. It was my type of tea. Next, I'm going in with my Revolution concealer in the shade 12.5 for under my eyes, bridging my nose, in between my brows, in my chin area. So the process of getting the degree was honestly like enjoyable. I felt a lot less stressed in my classes. Like, of course, schoolwork is schoolwork, and there's still gonna be exams that you have to study for. There's still gonna be the hard courses. It is such a blessing to be able to go to college. I don't take that for granted. It's such a blessing that I finished and graduated from college, but mental health matters as well when you're in school. And if you're doing and pursuing a degree that does not truly make you happy, it is going to affect like your mental health and just how you feel overall about college in general. So fast forward about my degree after, now that I've already acquired it and I'm working, one thing that I would say is probably essential with this degree is setting up a career path plan before you graduate. Again, this is something I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but I do not feel like I really just planned ahead of time. And I mean, this is your future. Like, I'm not trying to scare anybody and make anybody scared that's that's doing this degree or anything, girl. Like, that's not my intent here. I'm just trying to say things that I wish that I would have taken into account before I graduated or in the graduation process. I would say that setting up a plan of how you want your career path to go is a great benefit with this degree. This is a very broad degree, right? Like, you can do a lot with healthcare administration. You can go into a lot of different sectors, a lot of different fields of healthcare. It's literally like business and healthcare both in one, and that is another thing that attracted me to even do this degree in the first place. But it can be a little overwhelming with the fact that you can do a lot, because you're like, what am I gonna do? What do I want? I want to dip and dabble in this, and you can try it all. But I think if you have a set place that you want to end, then it's definitely beneficial to know the names and the terms of the roles that are going to get you there, right? One thing that people used to ask me when I would tell them that, you know, I had a degree in healthcare administration, they'd be like, okay, like, what do you want to do with that? I didn't know the names of the roles that were entry level. Like, you know, in some cases you do have to work your way up, and it's very important and beneficial to know, hey, what are the jobs that I can start out as that can also kind of lead me there to that point? The second role, the third role, like, what do I want to do after this? What do I want to do after that? Like, what's going to get me closer to that end goal that I have? And I think this is very beneficial, because with that knowledge of like the kind of idea of the specific roles that you're going to go for, it helps the job search one, because I do think it is a lot better to know specifically the names of the roles that you want to do. And the names can vary from company to company. I know that some companies literally will have like the same role, like job description, like very similar, but it'll just be named something different. One thing my sister told me as well was knowing the job description helps, so you can kind of search that and get an idea. And I think that's another pro of this degree as well, the fact that you can do so much, the fact that like it's so broad and the horizon is so broad for you to really be able to dip into anything that pertains to this degree. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. So yeah, that's like my thoughts on my degree after. I still love my degree. I'm still grateful for my degree, but I think that I do wish that I could go back and tell myself, like, girl, get you a plan, girl. Get you a plan. Like, what's next? What do you want to do with this degree? What do you want to do fresh out of college? And one thing that I realized is that it's not too late. I can do that now. I've started doing that now. I've started trying to just hone in and focus on what it is that I want to do. Also, just one thing that's really huge for me is involving God in the process, y'all. I involve God in the process so much, and I know that he's going to guide my steps and he's going to order my steps, because I can have the plan, but God orders my steps, y'all. So next I'm going to go in with my Morphe setting powder in the shade Translucent Rich. I do wish I would have got like a translucent powder, because I do think it kind of clashes with the color of my under eye concealer, but what can a girl do? Literally, I don't even be taking my makeup serious at all. Like, I just be vibing. If it turned out crazy, I'm like, look, put a little bang in front of it, have a little obscurity, but I'll be fine. And I'm just gonna take one of these little powder puffs that I got from Marshalls. I don't really know how I feel about these, because they're like velvet, and I feel like they really don't hold the product that well, but they're cute. And then I just like to dust the powder off, so kind of like the difference in my setting powder and concealer is not that noticeable. But let's talk about some things that I wish I would have done differently with my college experience. So I had a good experience overall. I actually enjoyed college. I really did. One of the things I wish I would have done was join more organizations and do a little bit more networking. Kind of with the social stuff, sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking to like put yourself out there and meet new people and just kind of like, you know, branch out and make new friends. I really think that it would have benefited post-grad life as well, because, you know, when you're looking for a job, networking comes into play, y'all. Networking comes into play when you know a person who knows a person who knows of a company, you know a person who knows of a position. That does come into play, and college organizations can also really help set you forward with that as well, and like put in a good word for you. Job fairs and stuff like that, I wish I would have gone to those. And I wish I would have done more clubs. Like, I wish I would have had a little bit more fun and did like some extracurricular activities, like join a little club or an organization. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to catch all this powder so it doesn't get on my shirt, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it was a little hard to catch notice of those things on Sam Houston's campus. Like, I feel like sometimes you just have to know a person who knows a person, or know somebody who knows somebody, follow somebody who follows somebody who retweets a flyer. But I do think like it all boils down to me, like, I could have just been more forward about it and more like actively seeking it. I do wish I did it in college, because I do feel like it's a little harder now that I'm an adult and I'm not in school to like meet people. Where's everybody at? Next up is setting spray, Urban Decay All Nighter. We're gonna shake it up because it's kind of running out and it's been dropping beads all over my face, but I'm not going anywhere. But I still want to at least have my face set. But I do wish I really would have enjoyed life before life when we had breaks. Like, I saw a TikTok the other day talk about this, how, you know, when you're adulting, you really don't have no breaks. You don't have summer break, you don't have winter break. I was working personally still on those breaks, and I'm sure many other people were as well, but you still got that break from something. You got a break from school, you got a little mild break, couple days off. And as an adult, like, this is not to scare anybody, but it's just an honest review. Life doesn't stop for anyone. Like, when you're an adult, oh, one thing about life, it's gonna keep going. Y'all see that? This is what I'll be talking about. Next up, we're gonna do a little bit of blush. I've been chilling on the blush lately, but for the video's sake and the fact that I'm still yapping, we're gonna do some blush. We're gonna try to add some color back in this face, but honestly, blush can take a real left real quick, because sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with the blush too. This might make it worse, y'all. I don't even know. I do feel like towards the end of college, I started to like taper off on going out, because it's kind of got repetitive, honestly. Like, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I do sometimes wish I got a little last hurrah in, but I don't think I missed anything major, honestly. Okay, you guys, so the makeup is all done. I don't usually do my makeup in my room, y'all. Please bear with me. But even when I do it in my bathroom, sometimes it be trash. I do makeup, but I don't do makeup. I just do my makeup and call it a day. So we are gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope that this video was either to help somebody who's in college or currently graduating. Again, this was not to scare anybody. I just want to give my realistic and raw point of view. I kept it honest through my college experience, and I want to keep it honest after. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all have anything to add to this video, any tips and tricks and advice, go ahead and share down below and help everybody out here. With adulting does come certain responsibilities and realizations, but also with adulting comes freedom. So if you're a post-grad, just graduated, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. If nobody else has said it, I'm so proud of you. You did it. You made it. Good luck to you post-grad. I hope you find a job fresh out of college. I hope you love your job. I hope you love your career, and I'm just rooting for you. If you're in school, good luck to you. I hope your journey is beautiful, and I just want to say I'm proud of y'all and I love y'all. Y'all are doing amazing, sweeties. So I love you guys so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank y'all so much for watching me yap and mess up my makeup. Bye guys.